guys, welcome. My name is Tennessee. Today I am bringing you a 20-minute yin class to help relieve or release any kind of anxiety that you're holding on to. So oftentimes anxiety shows up in the body, into the stomach. It can show up into your chest. It can show up into the shoulders. It can show up into the jaw or your neck. So we're going to help release that, give you some breathwork techniques to help kind of guide you into that, kind of help bring the focus into the body, out of your head, to stop this from spinning. So with that said, I always start my classes with a chakra clearing. If you don't know what chakras are, there's 7 energy sources throughout your body. They start at the base of your spine and they work their way up through the crown of your head. So I just want you to check in, notice what feels good, get out of your head, get into your body, whether that be through the posture or your breath. So today we're going to start in a Badakanasana, so butterfly pose. So just bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. Now, you don't really need any equipment for this class today. However, if you do have blocks, you can use those. If you have a bolster, you can always use that as well, just to kind of help bring that earth's energy up or support you a little bit further. Now, if you don't have anything like the blocks or the bolster, you can always use books or anything around the house, pillows, anything like that. So with that said, let's get started. We'll meet in a Badakanasana, butterfly pose, soles of your feet together, knees out wide. If this is too much, you can always come into an easy seated pose, just crossing at your ankles, lengthening through your spine. We're going to be here for the first few minutes of class, so just kind of settle in, release any tension through the body, just kind of get those wiggles out. And then once you're settled, fully close your eyes, inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, release. Just see if you can surrender a little bit further into the body, releasing any tension through your head, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your hips, your low back, your knees, and your ankles. Good. Now just want you to bring your focus into your body, into the base of your spine, to your root chakra, your first chakra. This is your I am space. This is your foundation, your safety, your security. This is where everything starts. Now I just want you to check in, notice what feels good, notice of any discomfort. Now on your inhale, bring your focus, your energy, awareness into your second chakra, the space below your belly button, your sacral. This is your I feel space, where you house your emotions, your desires, your sexuality, also known as your mother womb. Now work your energy up into your third chakra, the space above your belly button, your solar plexus, your I do space. This is what drives you, where your passions, your creativity, your power all lie. Now slowly work your energy up into your fourth chakra, your heart. Your I love space, space of relationships, self-acceptance, and unconditional love. Now gently guide your energy up into your throat, your fifth chakra. Your I speak space, your space of communication, your truth. Now gently work your energy up into your sixth chakra, the space just between your eyebrows, your I see space, your space of intuition, your third eye. And then finally take your focus, your energy awareness all the way above your head to your seventh chakra, your crown chakra. Your I understand space, your path to enlightenment. Now I want you to draw your energy all the way down to the base of your spine and then inhale it through the 7 chakras to the crown of your head. Notice if anything gets stuck, of any discomforts, or if it feels good. Work to bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to those areas throughout your class today. One big clearing breath in. Audible exhale, let that go. Nice work, guys. Just flutter your eyes open. Now go ahead and inhale, lengthen, extend through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Now again, we're just holding these postures, these restorative postures, for about 2 minutes. So just kind of settle in. Try not to create any tension in the body. Allow every muscle to relax. You can always use blocks if you have them. So if you have them here, you can just place your chin onto your block and just kind of settle in. Allow your forearms to just lie flat. Now always try to focus on the breath here. So allow your breath to guide you. So for each inhale, you want to lengthen, and then exhale, see if you can get a little bit deeper. So maybe it's a little bit more of a forward fold, maybe it's a little bit more of a surrender into your upper body. It's funny how you just don't notice that you carry so much tension into your body until you bring the focus in. And maybe you check in with each body part to kind of release each one at one time. Now you can let your head hang heavy. You can add any movement you need. Just kind of let it feel good into the body. You have one more breath. Inhale, slowly lift back up. And then exhale, just take your legs out wide. You may need to shake that out. That is quite a hip opener, so you want to just shake that out, releasing any more tension, any more energy, allow that energy to move. Now once you've settled in, go ahead and relax your feet. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, just kind of melt your heart down to your mat. Now this may be quite extensive for some. Some of you may not be able to put your forearms down. That's totally fine. If you're here, just stay here. And then maybe you inch your fingers forward and slowly start to melt down. Again, if you have blocks, you can always take your blocks underneath your forearms. Settle here. And then maybe you move one more block out and eventually lower a little bit further down. Don't be afraid to celebrate your victories. Every millimeter, every centimeter, every inch is a victory. I want you to bring your focus into your breath. Allow that energy to move into the body. Just kind of settling in, surrendering in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, can you go a little bit deeper? Can you walk your hands a little bit further out? Are you able to move one more block? Now it's okay to allow your head to hang heavy. Allow the gravity to pull you further down. And just wherever you feel that tense energy, pause and breathe. Give me one more breath here. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, let that go. Can you walk a little bit further out? Good work, guys. Inhale, slowly work your way back up. Sit up tall, maybe shake that out to allow that energy to move. Good, now work your way into a half pigeon. So just parallel your left side to the top of your mat. Go ahead and sweep your right leg long behind. Now, this one you may need your blocks for, or a pillow, or something to help support your outer left hip. So, you want to keep your hips in one line. So try not to open up the right hip. So try to square your hips off. And then sit up tall. Now if this is where you're at, stay here. Otherwise, find the forward fold. Kind of melt your heart down to the earth's energy. Allow that earth's energy to fill up into the body. And then just settle your forehead down. If you have trouble with your thoughts, like taking up space into your mind, I just want you to focus on your breathing. So what that does is help you come into that meditative state. So when we focus on the breath, we're able to kind of focus on the breathing and then drop into the body instead of focusing on the thoughts and allowing those thoughts to take over. So when you meditate or when you come into that meditative state, you want to allow your thoughts just to come and go. It's like a river, like they flow down the river. So you see it coming, you notice it for what it is, and then you allow it to flow through. That's kind of how you get into that meditative rhythm and allow those thoughts just to come and go. Whatever pops up, you notice and allow it to flow through. Alright guys, give me one more breath here. Now slowly start to lift back up. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, lift your torso. If you have a block, go ahead and remove that from under your hip. Just come onto your left hip and then switch it out. So parallel your right shin to the top of your mat and then just sweep your left foot back behind. Now it's okay if your right shin or your shins aren't parallel exactly to the top of your mat. If you want to hug your foot closer into your thigh or into your midline, that's totally normal as well. Once again, make sure your hips are square. You can also take a block or a pillow, anything you have here, your bolster, whatever feels good. If you don't have anything, that's totally fine too. And then just slowly work your way down. can surrender a little bit further into the body. Once again, focusing on the breath, allowing your thoughts just to come and go like a river. And notice where you hold your anxiety. You know, I often hold mine into my stomach, so my solar plexus, because I'm a high functioning anxiety, so it drives me, which is a curse and a good thing. I also suffer from depression. So when you suffer from high functioning anxiety and then depression, it's kind of like a battlefield into the mind. So I constantly try to bring the focus into the body. I do a lot of meditation, trying to get out of my head so I'm not into those thoughts, so I'm not into that anxiety. And what really anxiety is always looking for that next step, always thinking that there's something else that needs to be done. So when you have anxiety, you're always focusing on the forward or the thing that's always in front of you instead of being present. So I'm really trying to bring awareness into the present, kind of bring the here and the now, and just settling in. So helping me get into my body helps me notice, bring that conscious awareness in. And when I have the anxiety, I'm able to breathe or come into that meditative state to kind of help release it or allow it to move. You have one more breath here. Go ahead and slowly lift back up. Go ahead and remove your block if you've got it. And then just work your way into a child's pose. You can bring your knees out wider than your hips, your toes to touch behind. Otherwise, you can keep your knees narrow or in together into your midline and just shift your hips back on top of your heels. Reach, extend to the top of your mat. Now, if your knees are out wider than your hips, you can also place a block underneath your tailbone. Shift your hips back, reach, extend to the top, and just kind of settle in here. Then you have an option to stay here where you're at. Otherwise, see if you can melt your heart down to your mat. So I want you to lift your hips back up, stack to your knees. You can bring your knees a little bit closer in or into your hip line. And then just draw your torso down. You can bring your chin down to your mat for your puppy dog pose, or you can just draw the third eye down. Go ahead and give me one more breath. Inhale, slowly work your way back up. You can remove your block if you've got it. And just come all the way onto your backs. Now once you're onto your back, go ahead and roll over onto your right side. We're going to find a cat's tail pose. So extend your bottom arm all the way up, your right arm. Draw your ear to your bicep. Sweep your top leg, your left leg, all the way over out to the side, to the right side. Now take your left hand to the inside of your right foot and pull it up into your glute. Just kind of surrender in here. Now you have an option. You can stay where you're at. You can stay as you are. I want you to keep your legs exactly where they're at. The other option is to slowly lower your left shoulder back towards your mat. You'll find a deeper expression here. You should feel this stretch through your hip flexor, through your quad. You also might feel it through your hamstring on your top leg. Don't create any tension here. Just allow the body to do what it needs to do. Allow gravity to pull you down. Now slowly come all the way onto your back and just switch it out. So you're going to roll over onto your left hip, extend your left arm up ear to bicep, sweep your top leg, your right leg over to your left side. Reach back with your right hand to the inside of your bottom foot, your left foot. Just kind of settle in. Again, you have your option to stay here, or you can pull your right shoulder down towards your mat. You want to keep your legs where they're at. Now slowly release your foot. Come all the way back onto your backs. Now go ahead and straighten out your legs to the top of your mat. Maybe shake out your hips if you have any more lingering stuck energy through the body. Allow that energy to move. Let that go. Inhale, reach your arms all the way above your head. And then exhale, let that go. Allow your hands to fall out to the side, palms face up to receive. Now, before you come into your final Shavasana, I want to do some breath work with you. This is really good to help clear any anxiety you have in your body. So even if you just have time to do the breath work, I would recommend carrying this breath work with you when you feel anxious or you have stress or you kind of need that support. So it's called 4-7-8 breathing. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. You're going to hold it at the top for 7, and then audible exhale, release it out of your mouth for 8. So we're going to do this for a few rounds, and then we'll come into our final Shavasana. So go ahead and inhale through your nose for 4. Inhale. Hold it at the top for 7. Exhale through your mouth for 8. Good, let's do that again. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out of your mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to do as many rounds as you need to on your own. Inhaling through your nose, holding at the top, and then exhaling through your mouth. Once you're ready, just come into your final Shavasana. Option to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. Otherwise, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, bring life back into your bodies. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Clench your fist shut, shrug your shoulders up, squeeze every muscle fiber in your body. Audible exhale, release, leave everything on your mat. When you're ready, work your way into a fetal position, either on your right or your left side. Your masculine or your feminine energy, your sun or your moon, your Pingala or your Ida. And then slowly work your way up to an easy seated pose, crossing at your ankles, lengthening through your spine, sitting up tall. Now inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. Take all that good energy, bring it down into your heart center, your heart space, your fourth chakra. Inhale your confidence, your self-love, your self-acceptance, and then exhale all your fears and doubts. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.